Fear of public speaking is the #1 phobia in the world. In fact, nearly 75% of the global population suffers from this social anxiety disorder. Former stage and screen actress Melody Keymer Harper was among them. During her career, she worked with Hollywood legends that shared that fear, including Elvis Presley, Elizabeth Taylor, and Johnny Carson. But they learned to beat it, and now she can teach you to communicate with confidence. Melody is with us this morning, sharing these great stories. Melody, such a pleasure to meet you.
I am so happy to be in New Mexico. Wow,
welcome to the land of enchantment.
I'm waiting for snow.
Well, you know, you missed it by like a week or so.
I heard.
Maybe give it time. They say in New Mexico, you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It'll change. So, we know that a lot of celebrities have a fear of public speaking.
Yes.
We wouldn't think of. I just recently read that Joaquin Phoenix has actually got a lot of anxiety on set. But Elvis and Liz?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I know that's shocking. Most people think that is just a lot of introverted people really have a fear, but they're not so introverted. They just had a fear when they got up performing.
Wow.
And I loved it. Elvis was incredible.
Yeah.
I worked in the movie Double Trouble with Elvis Presley years ago with my twin sister. And he used to say to us, "Oh, here comes Double Trouble walking down."
Double Trouble.
Yeah.
Well, I think we got a clip of you in this movie. Let's see if we can take a look at you guys in this.
I got double trouble, I got double trouble, I got double trouble. Twice as much as anybody else, oh yeah. Whoa, up. Whoa, up. Whoa, whoa.
Okay, you're on, girls.
Is it true you're leaving us for Belgium, Guy?
Yep, leaving tomorrow night.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo? That's a good title for a song.
That's great.
Boo-hoo.
That's so cool. What was he like to work with?
I loved him. He was gorgeous. Better looking in person, and he was gorgeous anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was fabulous. He was on the quiet side, but the one thing that I really loved about him was that he was real. He was very authentic. When he talked to me, he just really just was there in the moment, and that made a difference for me. And we asked him, because I had my twin sister at the time too, and we said, "How do you do this? You go all the time, and you look so poised, and you have such a presentation." And he goes, "I am not nervous all the time as far as what appears, but inside, I have those butterflies." He goes, "Those butterflies are going around all the time, and if I don't have those butterflies, then I'm dead."
Yeah.
And we said, "Oh my gosh." And he says, "Yes, you have to have those butterflies. If you don't have those, you're not going to be at the top of your game, and that's really important."
So how did he teach you how to hone
control
that and
it.
sort of conquer it?
Yeah, well, we asked him that, and we thought, "Oh my goodness, how you do that?" Says you have to practice all the time, make sure that you know everything that you're doing. You have everything, and that's where Barbara Streisand, which is shocking to me, had a fear when she got out that she would forget her words, and she did on stage one time in New York.
Wow.
And years she never went back on because she just absolutely said, "I'm going to forget my words."
Right.
So he said, if you practice and practice, then you should be okay and get out there, and then just know that those are going to be controlled, and you feel good. But if you don't have those butterflies,
it ain't working.
No.
Great. Well, so let's move on to Liz Taylor, which I think is very cool. One of my all-time favorite actresses. When did you work with her, and what did you learn from her?
Another beautiful person.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Years and years ago, this was wonderful. At a fashion show, and Betty White. I actually worked with Betty White with that too, and she put it on.
Cool.
Yeah, it was great. And it was for a charity program, animal rights and all. And in that fashion show, she was just glowing, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, how do you do that? You just look so gracious and so graceful and poised." And she said, "You know what? I just prepare myself ahead of time." She's like Maggie the cat wherever she goes. And she just absolutely said, "I prepare, prepare, prepare. I have the butterflies too, just like Elvis." But she said, "I just know if I look outside, look great, I'm going to be okay in the inside." And she said, "When I feel good on the outside, I'm okay," and that brings me the confidence. So her thing to me was preparing. So I learned presentation skills from Elvis and learned the preparation skills from Liz, and that really made a difference for me.
Great. Well, then, of course, talking King of Late Night, Johnny Carson. What did you learn from Johnny?
Oh my goodness. Well, something happened on Johnny Carson's show that I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'll never live down." Anyway, I was Miss Los Angeles, first runner-up to Miss America, Miss California, Miss America pageant. And went on there, and for some reason I looked at that red light and it was like a deer in headlights. I went blank, and all I could do was smile. And Johnny looked at it and he was asking questions. I was going, And I was like, "What do I do next?" And afterwards, talked to him,
Uh-huh.
and he says, "Don't worry about that." He says, "That happened to me too." And he also very introverted, absolutely had a fear of getting out there. And he said, "I learned comedy." And he goes, "I love bringing comedy, and I love bringing happiness to people." And he goes, "As soon as I open that curtain, I walk out on that stage," and he goes, "I'm like a different person
Yeah.
that can help people." And he goes, "And people love it, and
That's
I love that I
great.
help people."
That is
So bring it fun.
fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
so of course you've taken all of these lessons. You have become a motivational speaker and author, and we've got some books here, of course, that you can see. What, if just very quickly, if we deliver one message to our viewers that may have this fear, what would it be?
Be authentic.
Be authentic.
Be yourself. Be who you are. Be the uniqueness that you have that you can bring to other people. If you prepare, I have the 9 P's that I do in a program that I do for public speaking, and that will help you. And part of those are presentation, the presentation you have. You need to prepare ahead of time. You need to have that practicing that you do, persistence, but make sure that you have the authenticity. Be
Great.
positive, and a mindset and attitude make a huge difference.
And how can we learn more, just very quickly?
If you go to my website, okay, MelodyKeymerHarper.com, spelled like a tune, MelodyKeymerHarper.com, and you'll see programs there. I have a 3-part webinar coming up that'll help people really overcome their fear of public speaking.
Melody, thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you
these
so
stories.
much.
Great,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.